Hey guys, welcome to our Wild Wednesday content. Super excited to share some information with you all today. I'm Rebecca, the assistant team leader here at the Keller Williams office.
And I am Matt Levchenko, the team leader, business coach, and trainer here at Keller Williams, Kansas City North. Thrilled to be here on another Wild Wednesday.
So exciting. So today we had a meeting of all of our top teams here at the office who are hiring talent. And when we got together, we kind of started to realize something. And it's a topic that we hear all the time with people who are starting their businesses or starting a new phase of their business. And that's, you know what, this is hard sometimes. And so we wanted to talk about that and not to dwell on the weirdness of it, but like, let's be honest about where we are all at and dive into this topic a little bit, that in real estate, we have a really unique opportunity to choose our hard.
Yeah. So if we're completely honest with ourselves, anything worth doing has challenge, has struggle in it. And so, HGTV and the environment and social media, and maybe even your experience with the last agent that you work with, they were so good. They made it look so easy that you're like, I could do this. This is fun. Like, I would love to show houses, etc. And then you come into this world and you're really becoming a solopreneur, an entrepreneur, a self-employed business owner, and you got to start taking on a whole different load of skill set, not just by running a business. Also, some of you, this may be the first time you're getting into sales, and you may not have had the best sales experience in the past as a consumer. And then you've got to overcome a lot of different challenges being a salesperson. And so we talk about there's some core activities that everyone does as an agent, and they may not be comfortable at first. And so we say, they may be hard, they may be a challenge. And yet at the end of the day, Rebecca, we talked about, being broke is hard. And then getting outside of your comfort zone is hard. You get to pick your hard. However, you can't escape hard. One, you choose, the other one chooses you, right? Like missing your mortgage payment and being kicked out of your house is hard, or talking to strangers for the first time is hard. And so in this journey, whether you're an individual agent or as you grow in every position that you take on, there's always going to be a new version of that hard. And with the right coaching and mentoring, like for instance, my coach, she helps me focus on the hard that I can control, that on the other side of it creates a life by design, right? Not a life by default. So I was thrilled that you had the opportunity to chat with some of our agents and get their take on it. And some of the responses were pretty cool. And yeah, what can you share about what's coming up?
Well, I think what's really important too is to realize that the hard that you choose has to relate back to your goals, because we know there's going to be hard no matter what. It's going to hurt no matter what, regardless of if you're in this job or if you go back to being a teacher or whatever you did before. Yeah. But if you've got the goals, and the hard feels okay. It feels exciting and inspiring, and you can grow that way. So,
yeah. And look, one of my coaches also shared me once before that the only time you don't have to pedal a bicycle is when you're going downhill. Right? Even when you're staying in a level service or you're maintaining, you still got to pedal to keep moving forward. Right? And it can get hard. Business life gets hard. We get to choose that hard.
Yeah, so that's really exciting. So what we have coming up is I snagged 7 or 8 of our top agents to ask them just to share what's hard right now, because I know for me, it's inspiring to hear, hey, we're all kind of in the trenches together. Sometimes as a real estate agent, especially as a real estate agent, I know I've felt alone, like, gosh, I have to do it all. I'm in charge of all of this. This feels really heavy. And so when we listen to these people who are running $1 million businesses, producing hundreds of thousands, some of them $1 million in real estate commissions, to know that it's still hard for them, to me, that's inspiring. And it's inspiring to hear where they are with things. So that's what we're going to share a little bit about.
Awesome.
Hi, I'm Sarah Montgomery. I am with the Danny Buyer Real Estate team. I am the lead buyer's agent. So right now my hard is recruiting agents and mentoring agents, as well as learning the list side as well. So I feel like time blocking has been a freaking chore. Actually focusing, because I have a high eye, so I can't talk to people. Like, you know how they say, put that sign on your back that says, don't talk to me. I definitely need those. So yeah, time blocking and just a lot of irons in the fire right now, and making sure that I'm touching all of those people have been my challenge recently.
My heart is also my heart is the funny thing. Just in the last 3 to 4 months, I really had to take a step back because of the level of where I'm at with our team. I had to take a step back and remember to go back to the one thing that Gary Keller talks about and the 20% of what we should be doing every day. And I had to actually I just had to sit down and schedule my entire life, right? And you know, you could use this at any level in real estate. That's the beauty in that. So definitely read the one thing, understand that. If you can grasp that one concept that Gary tries to teach you, it's going to make you better if you're at 2 transactions, if you're at 20 transactions, if you're at 300 transactions like we are, or even higher.
Still just managing. It is a daily struggle, that time blocking, scheduling, keeping everything balanced. I mean, that is in the real estate industry. The wonderful thing about it is you have all the freedom, the flexibility in the world, but that will constantly present to you the fact that, you know, if you don't take control of your daily schedule and you don't keep focused on, okay, so, you know, I need to make sure that this is part of my 20% that's going to make me successful. I've got to make sure this is blocked out. I've got to keep on my database. I've got to keep rolling on that. Then, you know, that is just the hardest thing.
Hi, I'm Andrea Sheridan with the ED Waters Network, and we're discussing choosing the work that you choose to do, and if you're going to choose hard, because no matter what, you're going to have hard decisions to make. So I think back to when I was a teacher, and some days it was hard. Some days the kids were unruly, or maybe the bureaucracy of school was hard. It was difficult. And yet, if I worked harder, I still made the same amount of money. So I choose the heart of being my own boss in setting the schedule and working my schedule, and the hard work of real estate and doing things that I don't like to do every day, because doing the hard work means that I am setting my own schedule and making the money that I want to make. So I choose to dive into the things that I may not want to do so I can have the life that I want to have.
I'm Ken Hoover. This is CJ Pennington. We're on the Ken Hoover Real Estate Group. We get to choose a new hard every single day. My new hard right now that I'm going through is trying to get in shape and lose a little bit of weight. So that's what my hard is focusing on right now. And I know being a new agent, you're going to have all kinds of new first and new hards that you're going through. And I know you can make it. And CJ is living proof of what you can do to make it.
Well, thank you, Ken. My new hard right now is just trying to be really consistent every day with what I'm doing. You know, whether that's making sure that I'm coming in every morning ready with a plan to make, you know, who I'm going to contact that day, to make the appointments that I need to make, and to have my business.
Hey, I'm Jared with the Nelson Home Group, and my hard that I've chosen lately is jumping into a new role. So I'm the lead sales manager on our team, which means a lot of leading people, which is always hard. It's hard to hold people accountable. It's hard to know the right things to say. It's hard to be in front of people who expect answers and results from you when you don't always have them. But the fun part about that is, as I get to lead people, I also get to share in their successes. So seeing them succeed, seeing that new agent get their first deal done, or get their first client signed, or land their first listing is super rewarding, and it makes all the hard stuff we go through totally worth it, because it means the hard wasn't pointless. It means the hard was worth the time and effort that it cost us to make sure that we get to see people succeed.
Oh man, I'm so grateful for the agents that took the time to share with us. You know, like Ken said, you know, oftentimes the hardest thing that we get to do is go after our goals and really make a commitment towards hitting those goals. And this time of year right now, going into October, November, it's business planning and goal setting season for us, right? Because in our world, everything that we do today shows up 60 to 90 days from now. And so in order for us to start the year off right in January, we've got to get our goals set now, because everything that we're doing today and into November will actually show up in our accounts in January. So Rebecca, if somebody wants to go a little bit deeper and have a conversation about this, how can they get in touch with us?
Well, first of all, we have some amazing education coming up. So reach out if the education is passed. We'll get get you all the recordings. It's some really good stuff that Matt and I both watch multiple times a year. It's great. So whether you need to reset or you're just getting started, that content is there for you. If you want to chat with us one-on-one, we're going to throw our calendar links in the comment section of this video. You should be able to go down there and view our calendars for the next 2 weeks and just grab a time slot that works, and we'll chat personal goals with you. We'll chat business goals with you, because at the end of the day, we care and we want you to be successful.
You're probably wondering, like, what's the catch? Like, why would they want to talk to us? And yet at the end of the day, like, I get the most joy and satisfaction with helping entrepreneurs hit their goals and change their family's life and legacy. And so, and here's the thing, I got into real estate because it's a relationship business. I love meeting new people. And so if you got any value out of this content, and you'd like to connect and talk a little bit more and network with other top professionals like ourselves in the community, go ahead and schedule a time to visit, and we'll take it from there.